In 1992, in Bogotá, Colombia, drug list that Restrepo thinks he can quit. Don Luis sends his henchman Marco, Jordi Mora, and a group of assassins to kill Restrepo, who gives her the address of her uncle Emilio, Cliff Curtis, a Chicago criminal who will look after her. The last thing he gives her is his mother's Cataleya orchid necklace, which he says is for her protection. After saying their goodbyes, Fabio and his wife Alicia, Cynthia Ada Robinson, go to fight Marco and his men, but both are shot in front of Cataleya. Marco tries to manipulate her into giving up information, but when he asks her what she wants, she stabs him in the hand with a knife, replies "Kill Don Luis," and escapes. She reaches the U.S. Embassy and offers up the information in exchange for a passport and entry into the U.S. She escapes the airport through a bathroom window and catches a bus to Chicago. Cataleya finds Emilio and asks her to train him as an assassin. 15 years later, 24-year-old Cataleya, Zoe Saldana, has become a skilled assassin. Her uncle acts as her middleman and takes her orders. She is tasked with killing notorious gang police custody. She executes an elaborate plan and is arrested in disguise. She escapes from her cell using tools hidden in her disguise, kills Rizzo through the ventilation system, and returns to her cell. She is released the next morning. As with the previous murders, she leaves behind a Cataleya flower with a message for her final target. Don Luis, FBI. Special Agent James Ross, Lenny James, learns about this Colombian orchid and is able to link this case to Don Luis is now in a witness protection program overseen by CIA Diaz and Steve, Callum Blue, but realizes that Fabio's daughter is in the U.S. Emilio is furious when he finds out that Cataleya has killed his relatives in signature for putting them at great risk. Cataleya's latest target is billionaire William "Willie" Haugard, Sam Douglas, who fled to the Caribbean with $50 million from a pyramid scheme. She sneaks into his house, shoots him dead, and he falls into a shark tank where he is attacked and killed by the shark. Later, Cataleya visits her lover, Danny Delaney, Michael Vartan, under the name Jennifer, and spends the night with him. Danny takes a photo of her as she sleeps. That morning, she meets with her uncle Emilio, who angrily tells her that 8 people were massacred in Miami, one of whom was a friend of her uncle. Emilio then fires his niece from her working life. Danny shows her boyfriend Ryan a photo of herself, but when she leaves to avoid a car ticket, Detective Ross is notified and the FBI quickly locates their location. They make their way to the apartment with the support of a SWAT team. Saying her goodbyes, Cataleya returns home, but gets a call from Danny, who confesses that he was the one who took the photo. Seeing a SWAT team entering her apartment, she manages to escape through the garage and goes to Emilio's house, where she discovers his mother, Pepe, Angel Garnica, and Emilio tortured and killed by Don Luis's men, leaving them devastated. After Cataleya fires a warning shot from a large Cataleya then goes to a surveyor in Louisiana and blackmails him about the layout of Don Luis' villa. Cataleya attacks Don Luis's mansion with heavy weapons, destroying all of the guards, then confronts Marco, stabbing him in the neck in a brutal hand-to-hand fight. Don Luis escapes in a van, but is stopped by a garbage truck. Cataleya calls Marco's mobile phone, but Don Luis laughingly says him where she wanted him to be. Pepe's 2 attack dogs stand directly behind Luis' seat and on command, brutally maul Luis to death. Danny is questioned by the FBI, but as Ross leaves, Danny uses his real name and he tells her he loves her. Ross's tech team warns him that Danny is on the phone, but Ross realizes Cataleya boards an inner-city bus to an unknown destination.